Hello friends and my dear students, welcome back to my channel Phoenix Physics. From today onwards, I am going to start 12th standard lessons also. Our first lesson is electrostatics. Before going into this topic, let us discuss about
four fundamental forces in nature.
There are four
Fundamental forces in nature.
First one is gravitational force. You know that it is an attractive force between two objects by virtue of their masses. Second one is electromagnetic force. This is a force between charged particle. It can be either attractive or repulsive. Third one is strong nuclear force. It binds protons and neutrons inside the nucleus. And fourth one is weak nuclear force. It can appear only in certain nuclear reaction such as beta decay in nucleus. Not only beta decay, gamma decay, alpha decay, all are possible. Here, electromagnetic forces responsible for most of the interaction we see in our environment today. It holds atoms together in solids and liquids, creating friction force that allow us to walk across the floor, then producing light and radio waves, generating electricity and so much more. So, this electromagnetic force has two types. One is electrostatics, another one is magnetic force. Simply we can say electrostatic means charges at rest. It deals with the stationary charges. You know that rest means nothing but stationary. So, what is static? Static means anything that does not move or change with time. And this electrostatics deals with the study of force, fields and potential arising from static charges. Static electricity is usually caused when certain materials are rubbed against each other like wool on plastic or soles of shoes on carpet. Actually, this rubbing process causes electrons to be pulled from the surface of one material and relocated to the surface of another material. So, one example for this electrostatic is lightning. So, lightning is an example of electrostatic in nature. Let us see some more example. When you take off a pullover over a nylon shirt, there is a crackling sound, right? Take a comb, brush it on your hair 3 or 4 times and then bring this comb near to the bits of paper. The bits of paper would get attracted to the comb. Here, the comb is charged by rubbing on your hair and it attracts uncharged object like paper. We discussed about 4 fundamental forces in nature. Among these forces, we discussed in detail about electromagnetic force because it holds the atoms together in solids and liquids. This electromagnetic force has two types. One is electrostatics, another one is magnetic force. And we discussed some examples also. The main difference between electrostatic force and magnetic force is electrostatic force refers to force between charges which are not moving relative to each other, whereas electromagnetic force refers to electrostatic as well as other forces between charges and magnetic field where they may be moving relative to each other. Simply we can say Here charges are not moving, here charges moving. Our next topic is historical background of electric charge. You know that rubbing of some material together can result in something called charges being moved from one surface to the other. In the olden days, Greek people noticed that amber rubbed with animal fur attracted small pieces of leaves and dust particles. Later, people also noticed that not only amber, glass rod rubbed with silk cloth can attract some small bits of paper. Before rubbing, the glass rod has equal number of positive charge and negative charge. Same way silk cloth also. After rubbing, some of the electrons from the glass rod is transferred to silk cloth. Now glass rod becomes positive and silk cloth becomes negative. Same way, if you rub plastic rod with animal fur or wool, some of the electrons from the wool transferred to the plastic rod. Now plastic rod becomes negative and wool becomes positive. So these two are the example for static electricity. One experimental arrangement is given. Consider a negatively charged rubber rod hanging from a thread. How do you get this negatively charged rubber rod? By rubbing with wool. Suppose if you rub with wool, electrons from wool transferred to rubber rod. Now rubber rod has more electrons, so it becomes negative and wool becomes positive. So take that negatively charged rubber rod here. Suppose if you bring negatively charged second rubber rod near to the first one, means both the rods repel each other. So this experiment implies that like charges repel each other. Suppose if you bring positively charged glass rod to one end of the negatively charged rubber rod, means both the rods attract each other. So this experiment implies that unlike charges attract each other. Two kinds of charges exist in nature. In the 18th century, Benjamin Franklin called one of the charges as positive and another one is negative. Usually rubber rod and amber are negatively charged, while glass rod positively charged. Suppose if the net charge is 0 in the object, means the object is said to be electrically neutral. So based on the Benjamin Franklin idea, in the 19th century, J.J. Thomson and Rutherford explained that atom is electrically neutral based on Franklin idea. Franklin said if the net charge is 0, means the object is said to be electrically neutral. You know that any object is made up of atom. Based on the Franklin idea, they explained that atom is electrically neutral. You know that atom consists of positively charged protons, negatively charged electrons and neutrons which have 0 charge. What is the conclusion here? When an object is rubbed with another object, some amount of charge is transferred from one object to another object due to friction between them, and the object is said to be electrically charged. This type of charging an object through rubbing is called triboelectric charging. So far we discussed about what are the types of force. In that types, electromagnetic force is important one. Electromagnetic force has two types, static force and magnetic force. Then we discussed some example. We discussed the main difference between electrostatic force and electromagnetic force. Finally, we discussed about historical background of electric charges. In that topic, Benjamin Franklin called one of the charges as positive and another one is negative. If the net charge is 0 means that object is electrically neutral. Based on his idea, Thomson and Rutherford explained that atom is electrically neutral. It consists of protons, electrons and neutrons. Final conclusion is charging an object through rubbing is called triboelectric charging. I hope this video is useful to you. If you like my video, please share and subscribe my video. Thank you.